Well, what's up, everybody? So today we are going to be covering 8th Lord in the 11th house. And what happens when the planet that controls your 8th house is sitting in the 11th house. And as always, if you do not know where your 8th Lord is placed, where your other planetary placements are, all the other Lord through houses, for that, check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction, and Aspects at the Speed of Light, and especially option 6 for people who do not know anything about astrology. Okay, so well, what is the 8th house? Well, 8th house represents sudden ups and downs, sudden transformation, whether for positive or negative. It deals with death and rebirth. It deals with your spouse's joint assets. It deals with your in-laws. It deals with occult secrets, things that are buried underground, minerals, petroleum, gems. It deals with government taxes, and it deals with other people's assets. Okay, then what is the 11th house? Well, 11th house is a house of gains, liquid gains, gains of money, gains of all kinds. It's your hopes and wishes. All of it, all the hopes and wishes become a gain in your life when they come true. The 11th house represents your elder siblings. 11th house represents your network circles, your friends. It's a house of achievements because it's second to your 10th house. 10th house is reputation. Second house is achievement of your reputation. So achievements in life enhances your reputation. So that's what 11th house is. Okay. So what happens when 8th Lord goes into the 11th house? When 8th Lord goes into the 11th house shows that the kind of people you choose as your friends, the kind of people you come into contact with as your network circles, are really defined by your philosophical views on life and death, are really defined by your sexual energy. You really want to be amongst friends who like to share secrets, who want to dig deep for the truth. So whether you're a scientific researcher, whether you're in the occult and mystical world, you want friends who can offer some valuable hidden information to you. But at the same time, because we know that the 8th house is a house of transformation and sudden ups and downs, these people go through many fluctuations in their network circles, many fluctuations in their friends. Suddenly they lose friends, they gain friends, lose friends, gain friends. Also, what happens is that these people suddenly get transformed in their life through their network circle. Meaning that they were probably the age of 20, 25, they were just living poor, living in a one-bedroom apartment. Suddenly they came in contact with somebody who hired them. They came in contact with somebody who wanted to do business with them because they had a certain set of skills. And through that, they suddenly gain windfall of money. They suddenly gain all the riches in the world. So this shows a sudden gain of money, sudden gain of wealth. This also shows sudden gain of inheritance because 8th house is a house of inheritance. It's a house of you suddenly receiving money. And so in the 11th house shows one can receive suddenly money through their siblings, elder sibling, through their network circle and friends, or suddenly they can win a lottery in their life and win money in stock market or any kind of speculative business because 11th house, like the 5th house, represents the market, represents stock market, represents out there being in the world doing trade, like the 7th house. And at the same time shows that there is a tremendous amount of transformation and ups and downs with your elder siblings as well. And obviously the negative and positive side, you have to see what kind of a dignity 8th Lord is placed in. What kind of a situation 8th Lord is placed in the 11th house. Based on that, you will know exactly if it's going to be a bit turbulent or is it going to be on the positive side of transformation. But depending upon what planet is controlling the 8th house and sitting in the 11th house may show exactly what's happening. So let's discuss that. So let's say if Sun controls your 8th house and Sun goes in the 11th house, what this shows is that somehow your father always interferes in having your hopes and wishes come true. Your father always has a say in interference in the kind of friends you can have, kind of network circle you can have. Because it's a very karmic sign for a Sun to be in. It shows that through father, you might have suddenly either gain or suddenly lost money in your life. And shows that father could be a cause of creating problems between you and your elder sibling. and shows that your ego, your self-esteem, your confidence really develops in this life when you are amongst other people, when you are among people who are in an authoritative field, who are kind of executive and authoritative in the government. Shows through meeting these people, your personality and your confidence was developed, your self-esteem was developed by being around friends and being around people, because that's what Sun represents. And it also shows that you may actually suddenly gain money through government, or you may have to suddenly give money through government. All of this will have to see how Sun's condition is. Let's say if Moon controls your 8th house, Moon goes into the 11th house, shows that Mother really helped you suddenly gain a lot of money in your life. Mother suddenly was involved in how your network circle is, how your friend circle is in life. Mother was very, it shows that Mother going through her sudden ups and downs and transformation kind of shaped how you think of your friends and the world. The way you interact with large group settings, the way you interact with large, corporations, it was all developed through the sudden ups and downs you might have seen your mom go through or your mother go through. Shows that your mind is always involved in seeing how you can attain other people's asset by creating network circles. Let's say if Mercury controls your 8th house, Mercury goes into the 11th house, shows somebody who can gain through managing other people's assets, being in life insurance business, being in a business of dealing with, wills and estates. Shows somebody who can be a great stockbroker, who can suddenly who loves to take risks, who can take risks with money, and money can go up and down, and that's where they feel like, oh my God, that's where I want to use my intelligence. Or these people work in a large organization that deals with other people's emergencies, whether it could be in a medical field, whether it could be in insurance, whether it could be, anything that just suddenly people need your help. You can be working in that kind of an organization. You could be an emergency ambulance driver working for a hospital, pretty much. But since Mercury represents your speech, your communication style, your ability to write, and how you verbally you speak, shows that you always like to speak and you always like to communicate with people in a way that you can expose secrets to your friends and network circle. You're always trying to tell them something that not too many people know, and that's how you create your resources, because other people know that you have the information that is hidden underneath the ground. Let's say if Venus controls your 8th house and Venus goes into the 11th house, shows that through sexual activities you're able to fulfill your hopes and wishes in this world. Through sexual activities you gain reputation, you gain your achievements in life. Whether you use sex for achieving things in life, whether you use sex to find that rich husband or wife, that can fulfill your hopes and wishes, shows that you have tremendous amount of transformation and ups and downs with female network circles. You always suddenly have relationship and don't have relationships with this kind of a Venus. But at the same time shows that Venus, your focus when it comes to relationship is always been towards how much you can gain from the other person, how much hopes and wishes the other person can make come true for you. So you may look for a spouse of that nature. Let's say if Mars controls your 8th house, Mars goes into the 11th house, shows a tremendous amount of transformation and ups and downs with your elder brother. Because Mars represents brother, 11th house is elder brother. So tremendous ups and downs with your elder brother. You have tremendous amount of, ups and downs with your male friends. Suddenly you have male friends, you don't have male friends, your old friends come back, your new friends go away. Ups and downs, chaotic ups and downs with your friend circle. But at the same time shows that somebody who may waste their spouse's assets, who may waste their husband or wife's savings on partying and network circles and trying to go out and just be the royer of or the light of the party. But with this Mars, it can do very well, in a field of risk-taking. Anytime there's risk-taking involved, this Mars is headstrong. It's right there. Like for these people, to take risk does not make them feel scared. They're not really scared of taking risks. But the thing is, they always get into fights with their network circle. They're always getting into fights with, their in-laws or their spouse regarding how much they're spending. So these people may have to control their spending with this. Okay, but usually they make great bankers and they make great stockbrokers due to the fact that Mars represents the ability to, have a strong willpower and strength within you. It also shows somebody who might be working for the government and how to gain more assets from other countries, how to gain from assets from its network circles. These are the people who may go out to other countries to help invest bonds and mutual funds and, just grow the assets of the government. Let's say Jupiter controls your 8th house. Jupiter goes into the 11th house, shows that one wants to create a network circle that is filled with religious and spiritual people. These guys want to come across teachers. These guys want to come across counselors who are able to help them deal with their ups and downs and emotional ups and downs in life. They want to make friends who can help their emotional baggage be more balanced. They want to be in a religious and a spiritual environment where there's a lot of discussion of the occult. They make perhaps even great, scientific researchers. They make great spiritual organizers, like religious organizers, like somebody who wants to have a religious ceremony happen in a temple, somebody who wants to have a large group meeting, perhaps even regarding Vedic astrology. This Jupiter can represent that. But because Jupiter is a karaka of finance, shows that one who's very good at managing other people's assets and gaining from it. This kind of a Jupiter, if it goes into the financial field, will really help their clients gain a lot of money, and they themselves will gain a lot of money. Let's say if Saturn controls your 8th house, goes into the 11th house. And what this shows is that through sudden ups and downs, your ability to form friends really becomes a very large headache. You actually do not like to have too many friends. Because of the fact you either run into complete scammers, or you run into very old people who just kind of drain your energy out, make you feel like you're dead. You feel like, I'd rather not have friends. I'd rather not have network circles. But what these people are very good at, doing their business, using other people's assets to make money. They really do very well in insurance business, because life insurance is all about the 8th house, life and death. Saturn is a significator of life and death. In the house of gains, it helps its own self gaining money through other people's emergencies. So insurance business is seen from this. Somebody who can gain through petroleum, gas stations, oil, steel, iron. All of these things that are represented by Saturn could fulfill these people's hopes and wishes. When they turn into their mid-30s, they love making friends who are very mature and wise. People who are very old in age, who can provide them with a lot of resources and gains. Okay? So guys, this was my analysis of 8th Lord in the 11th house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And again, if you want to know where your 8th Lord is placed and all the secrets of astrology, for that, check out the links here and check out my full astrological report, including my books that will tell you everything you want to know about astrology. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.